There was one other thing. Speaking of metaparasites here, somebody hit me with a little something special. I did not get to see this in real time because I was a busy boy. And I meant to talk about this last stream, but I didn't get around to it. So somebody just forced this on me and said, look, talk about this shit. A couple weeks ago, Jim, who has been very quiet as of lately, got into a Twitter slap fight with Ethan Ralph. And I never got a chance to actually review the slap fight, but I have been gifted 20 screenshots of their Twitter argument. So going in completely blind, we're going to get to talk about Jim and Ethan Ralph having a Twitter argument. And we'll see if I can make it through all 20 images. Ready? So this is it. Ralph says, the thing that really kills this guy the most is that I just don't give a fuck. I'll be there when you die. I will torment your wife. I will piss on your grave. It's not a joke. And she will have nothing but her wasted youth and memories of an impotent burden who couldn't make her come or even knock her up. Enjoy the weekend, Augustine. How would I make a weak woman do something she didn't want to do? Well, I would describe it here on Twitter, but I didn't say she would have a choice in the matter. You won't be around anyway and are an atheist, so don't worry about it. So I guess he's saying that he's going to rape Jade. That is a very audacious thing to say in public. Doom says he got 53,000 views to your 41K and still only pulled 85 likes. And he says, you shut your mouth, bish. And this is a nice picture of Ralph with his eyes all googly from the time that he got his shit slapped in Portugal. Ralph says, you're still begging for my attention. Must have really pissed you off to have gotten punked today. I'm shopping for extra toys for my son tomorrow at the moment. Jade can have her Somali brood when you kick the bucket or maybe get knocked up by one of your troon fans. So this appears to be an edit of Anime Avenue, which is Jim's room. He put in a very, very fat person and then put what I think is allegedly Jim's face. I can't remember. I think that image comes from an old DUI mugshot that I can't remember if that was actually him or not, but that was alleged to be him. And then that looks like, who's that guy that was like a Dick Show guy? And I hate him. His name was like an R, like Randy or something. Is it Gator? Right? I thought it was is that Riley or Gator? I honestly can't tell. It is Riley, isn't it? It's not Gator. Gator's bigger. And then there's a cartoon girl in the corner, implying that it's an anime rape dungeon chat. Okay, so this is a video from Jim. Ralph says, the thing that really kills this guy, I read that. He says, Ralph, you can't even piss in the toilet. How are you going to piss on my grave? It doesn't even have to be shaped like a Modelo bottle.
You talk about me jacking off to Nikki Haley? I'm going to jack off on your fucking casket, you cocksucking son of a bitch. And you ain't going to be able to do shit about it. You understand? I'm going to come nut all over your fucking grave. Do you understand? And if your mom is dead by then, I'm gonna come on her grave too. I'm gonna come all over your grave, and I'm gonna come all over her grave. That's what I'm gonna do to you and your mother. And you can't stop me.
The best quarterback in the league.
It's not against the law. Nick Rekieta told me that wasn't against the law. Nick Rekieta told me that wasn't against... Do you understand? Nick Rekieta told me I could come on your grave. And
this is the benefits of forgiving Ethan Ralph for saying that your daughter is a retard. You get called up at 4 a.m. and you're like, hey, can I ejaculate on Medicare's grave? And then having to answer that as an attorney. So Ralph replies to that and says, maybe I'll just make Jade pop a squat for me. Her knees are probably not that great from having to carry your ass around for years. Also, no one with a brain even believes you're near death. Palliative care can and usually does last years. You are a con man. Jim replies with another video. This one doesn't have audio. He says, you couldn't even make the woman who married you not flee the country. How are you going to make a woman who doesn't know you do anything other than laugh? And then there's a picture of it appears to be AI generated Ralph in a pill heaven. Has a very nice pill heaven, though. Look at all the colors, the bright colors of pills, chat. Let's see. And then that's the rape threat. And Jim replies to this and says, I'll make sure to warn her that a thumbtack may attack her belly button one day in the future. Quoting a chat message here saying, also, my dick is bigger than that. That's what pisses me off about the video, LOL. It's not even a cope. It's like in the fact I'm not fully hard. So coping about his penis size again. There is no 8.jpg. I'm not sure where 8 came from. Is there number 8 in this file? I don't want to miss it. Miss important context in this Twitter argument, chat. There's no 8. 8less. Number 9. Dude, you admit you can't even get hard. You can't have kids. You can't have kids. Claim you have such pain you can't even move out of your chair because it hurts so much. But you're Mr. Tough Guy, so you're a creepy cult. The really fun part is if you ever do die, I guess he's saying I will be laughing at their tributes. What? Okay, listen. The amount of times that both Jim and Metokur are talking about penis size, penis hardness, it's very strange. That's all I'm going to say about this. Ralph in particular is very obsessed about penis hardness, chat. I'll just leave it there. It seems to be a fixation of his. So that's the original image macro that I read. He says, a violent convicted sex offender threatened to physically and sexually assault my wife from his verified Twitter account. When I brought it up to her, she said, Ethan Ralph, he's lost every fight he's been in. I'll take those odds. That's weird. I'm sorry, but this you can't come back from this. This is just the most embarrassing fucking. How do you? He married and impregnated a lolicon who wore a Medicare hat. You can't. It's just really embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing like a deep philosophical level. Says the only person that ever called me Mr. Tough Guy was your wife. Sorry, ex-wife. Luckily, even though she returned your marriage certificate, she never returned my merge. You think she still has that hat? You think Ralph, like in a fit of rage, burned the Medicare hat somewhere in Mexico, like in a backyard, poured like vodka on it, and watched it flare up? Ralph replies to this and says, also, I always thought these hats suited her better. Maybe she did too, since she had my child. Ahaha. Remember how many kids you have again. And then there is her in the Keel stream hat. I don't know, man. I don't think that's a good comeback. She had my child, but she did divorce you, and she absconded with the child, and she may be wearing the Medicare hat again. She could even do, this is true. It is possible that right now, sitting in an apartment somewhere in New York, little Rosie Ralph is sitting in a gym hat right now, a 4-star hat, watching anime with May. There is literally a non-zero. It's not even a non-zero chance. It's like a 15% chance. So that is the active reality of Cozy Rosie at this exact second, chat. He says, how would I make a... Oh, this is the rape tweet. These are out of order. In reply to, you're still begging for my attention, he says, you're shopping for your son. Did you hold another begathon asking the lowercase I internet to take care of your responsibilities, and I missed it? And this is the 24-hour fundraiser to save my son at $300 out of $1,300, and Ralph is dozing off due to pills in the process. Ralph says the thing that, or this, I feel like this has showed up like 4 times now. And then Ralph, Medicare has a montage showing ratios and how his messages get 2,000 likes and Ralph's get like 100. And he says, Lamal at the Ralph retort, a dying man in palliative care is kicking your ass harder than your daddy Ronnie did. That motherfucker had a wall hammer piggy. Your daddy Ronnie did, and that motherfucker had a wall hammer piggy. I don't understand that. Is that a reference to... What the fuck is a wall hammer? Is that like a drywall hammer? Like those square things with a claw on it? Wall hammer. Yeah, it is a drywall hammer is what I'm thinking of. No, he definitely means a drywall hammer. They're very distinct looking. They have a really big like cutting edge. I'll show you what I mean. I'm not sure what that's a reference to. I feel like I don't. This is a. See what I mean? It has that grilled face on it, and it has like the cutting back. It's a drywall hammer. I'm pretty sure. I mean, did Ralph's dad, did Ronnie do drywall? Otherwise, I just don't understand. I'm sorry. The pic with a hammer in the wall, the famous birthday pic. What the fuck? I've never seen that. Ethan Ralph birthday hammer. Someone find that to me and send that to me. In the mat, I need to see this now because I don't. He should have posted a picture of that because I've never seen this image. Okay, I'm gonna check them out the internet thread on my other browser. Someone get me the hammer picture because I have never heard of that in my entire life. Okay, next. This is another clip. In response to those hats suited her better, Jim says, "Are we sure it's your child, Ralph? Because according to you, she was a whore that you hired men to fuck while you watched." And this is one of the best clips ever because he does just flat out say that he hired a Mexican juggalo to fuck his wife in the ass, thereby admitting that he's a cuck. And his only excuse about this is that he was making it up to hurt her feelings, which is it's just it's the most bizarre story ever, the most bizarre story to admit freely on stream ever, and then the worst excuse ever for that because it's just truly baffling.
He's scared of embarrassing his own daughter. That's the reality, Ralph. That's the only reason he won't release.
You mean that she got fucked up the ass raw by a Mexican? Is that what you're talking about? Do you think I'm afraid to talk about things? Because I'm not. Do you think that she got fucked up the ass raw with no condom by a Mexican? Do you think that would be something that I would be afraid to say? I'm not afraid to say it. She's a whore. And I'll say it right here live.
Oh my God. I've seen this picture 1,000 times. I have never noticed this. I've always just been like so impressed by like Ralph's visage and the fact it's a 20th birthday cake in like his parents' home. But if you zoom in, there is a fucking drywall hammer in the fucking wall, and there's a Bossman Jack hole in the wall. I've literally never noticed this fucking hammer ever, and I've seen this picture literally hundreds of times. What the fuck is the story behind the drywall hammer? What the fuck? I need to know what the fuck the story is with the drywall hammer and the birthday pic now. How have I never noticed? I have been an Ethan Ralph acolyte. I know everything about this man, and I've never noticed this stupid fucking hammer in the wall. What the honestly, what the fuck? Wow, that's crazy. Okay. I said she's still my wife, actually, and I have 20 hours worth of kill stream footage where she laughs at your illness and your fat wife. Plus, I knocked her up. That's the point of the game. There's an endless supply of women, Metokur. You didn't have to settle for Timu. That's pretty mean. Call his wife Timu. And then finally, this is in response to the one with the Mexican juggalo. But she was fucked up the ass, bro, raw. She was not fucked in the vagina. So I don't think you can get, I don't think even May can get boy preggers in her bussy. Okay. I don't think that's in the cards. If I say so myself, I'm not an expert on such things. I don't know the difference between a urologist and a proctologist, but I don't think that's in the cards. Ethan Ralph says, ha 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 ha, he really is big mad tonight. Pain pills not putting you to bed? Try a Xanax. And yes, there's no doubt there, brother. That's true. Rosie does look exactly like Ethan Ralph. That's also like a double-sided thing where it's like you really don't want your female offspring to look like Ethan Ralph. That's not unfortunate. That is funny though, to say take a Xanax. I'll admit that's funny because that's unusually self-aware for Ethan Ralph to be like try a Xanax. Okay. Let's should I do a poll? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Poll. Who won? 3 question marks. Vote 1 for Ralph. Vote 2 for Medicare. I gotta say, at this point, honestly, giving Ralph attention is like an automatic loss. If you're Medicare, Medicare's platform is like so fucking huge, and there's really no reason to get in that pig shit. You know what I mean? There's just no reason. There's no reason to talk to Ralph. Voting is gay. That's true. Voting sucks. They both lost. Okay, wait, hold up. This is one of the polls where you actually need like a you need like a third option. I'm gonna redo it. In poll. Who won? 3 question marks. Vote 1 for Ralph. Vote 2 for Medicare. Vote 3 for how do I want to word this diplomatically? Waste I'll do this. Waste of Medicare time. Precious time. Does that fit? Does that work in my poll? It does. Okay. Vote 1 for Ralph, vote 2 for Medicare, vote 3 for waste of Medicare's precious time. Okay. Bossman won. My dude, Bossman is a professional gambler. He always wins. He knows that over a long enough timeline, he will make all that money back and more. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll let the poll run as I talk about my next thing.
Thank you for watching this clip. This is Perspicacity. Remember to like and subscribe.